Ian Smith and Jesse Hannam, another local fella who brings a ton of people with him. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Jesse Hannam, always a big-time attraction. This is his second fight, and as you see here, his opponent, Ian Smith, he looks ready to go as welterweight action. Going to be kicking off here the final fight that we have here in our most recent the first half of our card, basically, are amateur non-title fights. Then we have 3 title fights and then 3 professional fights on the card tonight. And this is the final non-title amateur bout. And Brett, Ian Smith and Jesse Hannam have one important common thread as they head into the matchup against each other, and that is each of them fought Johnny Hopper in their last fight, and both of them lost via TKO strikes. A stoppage that has been Johnny Hopper's calling card 3-0. He is not fighting on this card. Hopper likely going to be fighting in subsequent cards, but I can tell you this, both of these guys are going to prove themselves after losses to Hopper, and this is the first fight for Ian Smith since back in October of 2016 when he lost to Hopper at Tru Rev 31.
Yeah, absolutely, and both of these fighters can maybe get some confidence going and maybe get a rematch at that 34 coming up, with one of them picking up a win here. But before you can get there, you got to do some damage in the ring or in the octagon tonight.
Well, we'll see. As already in the cage, Ian Smith, 2-1, the one loss, the most recent. All 3 of his fights came back in 2016, and here comes Jesse Hannam's music and the Hannam crowd making some noise. Everybody actually awaiting Jesse Hannam. And here it comes. They call him the Big Rig. 0-1, but he brought a huge crowd. They are up and they are cheering their man as he looks for his first win in his MMA career tonight. Always fun to have guys who have a lot of support. Hannam, I mean, looks like Cody Dickerson, who fights in the main event tonight. He's out there with him. Well, a lot of the same guys from the Elite Edge. Obviously, Hopper, an Elite Edge fighter who gave Hannam his debut. Not the debut he was hoping for, I can tell you that, but he's going to be looking for his first win in front of the Big Rig crowd tonight. And he's going to be fighting with some energy, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a heck of a following up here, and he's got a great team behind him. I know Elite MMA, they got some good fighters now, and they put in.
We'll see Josh Wooten later as well in a title fight.
Yeah, and I believe Wes Burke as well might be up there from Elite Edge MMA. But I tell you what, they put in some hard work over there. They take it serious. These are guys who want to go somewhere in the sport of MMA. They're not just out here for a weekend to throw some punches. These Elite Edge MMA guys, they put in the work and they want to go somewhere in this sport.
Jesse Hannam, he's making some new friends each and every time he goes to the cage, and those are some good friends to have. We'll see if he can do something here, though. And Hannam is in the octagon. He's going to give a quick glove touch to his opponent tonight, Ian Smith. Welterweight action here live in Bridgeview Center. Let's go to the cage and Mike Savage.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is in the True Revelation welterweight division, presented by Henderson Auto Works, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first and finding out of the blue corner, this mixed martial artist weighed in at 176 pounds. He proudly represents the American Burlington, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Smith. And his opponent finding out of the red corner, this fighter weighed in at 167.5 pounds, representing Team Elite Edge MMA, and fighting out of his hometown of OTTUMWA, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jesse Big Rig Hannam. Your referee in charge of this welterweight contest is Bruce Allen.
And we're getting set to go.
There's a lot of hype in this fight here already. Crowds, we got people supporting each fighter on both sides of us here.
Well, and I mean, Burlington is basically a second home for a lot of these Tru Rev guys. As the glove touch, we're ready to go. Hannam in the black trunks with the stars and stripes on the left side. In the blue trunks is Ian Smith, the welterweight action here in Tru Rev. Both guys just feeling each other out here in the early going. Hannam looks for a sweep leg, comes up empty. And there they go. Smith, a little combination, pushes Hannam up against the cage, and he comes with a double leg takedown.
It's a nice blast double by Hannam there, but he didn't do a very good job of holding him on the mat, but now he's got a front headlock, got that head underneath, and he's going to look the knee.
Smith trying to hold off what could be a guillotine attempt, but a lot of knees. And getting out of it is Smith, and we're back to squaring up. Smith fighting in the southpaw. And Hannam kind of a half-hearted punch attempt there. On his feet, orthodox, and comes, oh, there's a nice kick there right to the midsection of Smith by Hannam.
That was a hard kick right to the midsection there.
You can hear that one up in the rafters here at the Bridgeview Center in OTTUMWA. Hometown kid. A couple of hometown guys if you consider Burlington just down the road. A lot of Burlington fighters in Tru Rev MMA here, as well as Tru Rev 33. Smith comes with a nice left, and now goes with a kick that Hannam basically walked right into. And Hannam continues to try to be the aggressor here. Hannam again with the right leg, delivers a kick, but no real combinations.
I think you can tell both these fighters kind of been at this a little bit, or they work with people who have been at it a little bit, because unlike the other amateur fights, these guys have a little bit of strategicness to them. They're not just flying in there throwing punches.
Well,
there's Hannam. Wow, what a great combination there. Right, left, right. And
he goes at him again.
He's got him hurt.
Oh!
He almost, there he goes.
And he's got him.
Wow.
He has him on the ropes.
Wow.
Smith just trying to survive here.
I don't know how he's still up. He almost went out.
He was hurt.
Got to be careful here if you're Hannam. You don't want to walk right into something big.
Smith somehow hanging in there, looking for a hip toss. Hannam says no.
He wants to punch.
Oh, Hannam might as well. The confidence building here as there's a cut over the left eye here early. Over the left eye of Ian Smith. Couple of huge punches that definitely hurt Ian Smith, but Hannam couldn't quite finish the job there. Back to the center of the mat. Oh, and there's a good sweep kick. Hannam gets right back to his feet, however. Smith looking to try to put something, and he's got him up against the cage.
What a heck of a fight we got here. Both fighters back and forth.
And the crowd into it back and forth as well. And that's the end of round one. What a round. And these two guys get to hear it. What an excellent round. And how did Smith survive? We saw him crumple up against the cage door, and he was still able to get back to his feet. And Bruce Allen wisely let the fight continue.
Yeah, absolutely. He ate two huge right hands, and they connected square, and I think it cut Smith just over his left eye there. But I tell you what, I don't know how he's still standing, because his knees buckled right over there up against the wall, and somehow he fought through it. And at the end of that round, he had a nice leg kick that took Hannam right down to his butt, and he was able to jump on and land some combinations of his own. We got a great fight on our hands here.
Well, and the energy of the crowd is huge. This is our last fight between two amateurs that is not up for a title. We have 3 title fights to follow this, and then 3 professional fights to follow that. As Hannam and Ian Smith, Jesse Hannam, the big rig, against Ian Smith out of Burlington. A couple of local fellas having a good one so far. Fighters say they're ready, and they are good to go. Hannam in the black trunks, Smith in the blue trunks. And there is another good strong leg kick there from Smith, and Smith really putting in some good combinations, a knee to the thigh, and Hannam gonna try to reverse roles, turn the tables, if you will, up against the cage. trying to do some lifting and get Smith on his backside. Now he gets the rear.
Yeah, he had a reverse lifting situation there. Instead of lifting him, returning him to the mat, he pushes him away, and this is where I want to see this fight. I want to see these guys duking it out.
Well, they like to duke it out. You saw right there in that first round his hand, a huge right hand that comes up empty, and now he'll reset. A Jesse chant. And there is a huge kick.
Oh, wow.
He's in trouble. Hannam's in trouble. Hannam is in trouble.
Big trouble here.
Smith just wailing on him.
He is in big trouble here. Somehow he grabs a leg and is able to halfway get out of there. I don't know. Smith was able to get right back into that position. But all those punches right now are being blocked by Hannam. He's got that hand up, blocking most of those punches.
Some of the Big Rick supporters up against the cage here on the outside, just trying to give him words of encouragement. Hannam trying to hang out, but Smith is starting to punch himself out. And is that all?
I don't know what happened there.
No, I think he's being warned. And that's a big break for Hannam.
Back of the head. Said he's hitting him in the back of the head, and he just pulls him up and warns him.
Yeah, Hannam.
Wow. That's a big break for Hannam right there that he stopped that.
How did he survive?
I have no clue.
But I mean, you could see
both of these fighters have had the other one dazed and in big trouble in this fight.
Well, and you could see, I mean, it was getting into a spot there where Smith started to actually punch himself out of breath because he was just piston-like over and over again.
The thing about it was his punches weren't really connecting strong to the face because Hannam had that hand up protecting himself that whole time, and his hand was taking a lot of that punch. So I mean, right now you don't know how many of those punches he ate, but the referee stopped it because of he went to the back of the head. And when you're on the ground, you definitely can't punch in the back of the head.
Well, and Bruce Allen having a long talk with Hannam. I'm not sure about what. It wasn't anything Hannam was doing. And that cut opened up pretty solid over the left eye of Ian Smith. And now we're going to get back to action here.
Smith's tired. Like you said, he might have punched himself out a little bit.
Well, that might have helped him, all things considered, as well. Hannam in the black trunks again, with Smith in the blue trunks after that big trouble situation for both guys, one in each round here. Smith again on the offensive here, but Hannam doesn't look too much worse for the wear after getting absolutely pounded for the better part of this second round. And now, an attempted hip toss, Hannam fins it off, up against the cage here. These welterweights going after it. Hannam up against the cage. Smith is trying to wear him down, and now
he's gonna look for a guillotine.
Yeah, he's looking for a guillotine, and he might have it. He might have it.
He don't got it locked in. He's just got it around the head right now. He's gonna look to hang out here.
And he's on the side as well. Side control here for Smith.
Yeah. And he's gonna go, wow, Hannam rolls him through. When he looked to pass that guard, Hannam rolled him through and went right back to his feet. What a fight we got going on here.
These two now are gonna go back to the top where we started this fight with their fists. Hannam gets out of the way, gives himself some real estate here, buy himself some more time as Smith has been landing more strikes this round. 10 seconds to go before the end of round two. Looks like these guys are cool hanging out until the third. And that's exactly what is going to happen.
Wow, I tell you what, I think we got a 1-1 here.
Absolutely.
Hannam took round one. Smith comes out. He easily takes round two, in my opinion. And I tell you what, it's going to come down to this last round. It should be interesting.
Well, unbelievable stuff from Jesse Hannam, just surviving that onslaught. And I think both fighters probably got a little bit of a break when Bruce Allen stopped what was happening up against the cage, because Smith was wearing himself out, got a chance to catch his breath. Hannam, on the other hand, was just in dire straits, begging for an opportunity to get back to his feet in the center of the mat. And you saw the fans here. They were, some of them, climbing up next to the cage, screaming at the fighters, trying to keep them going, and exactly where we are as we head into the third round of action with, as I would agree, both of these guys 1 round apiece.
Yep, absolutely. This round should be a fun one to watch.
Here we go. Hannam looking for his first win. Smith looking for his third win. Both of these young bucks. Smith, 25 years of age. Hannam, In the black trunks, Smith. And the blue trunks, Hannam is 24, so similar ages, similar fighting styles, and here these welterweights going to give us a show in this third round. Hannam with the left. Smith, again being very tentative in the early going here. And here's Hannam going after him, now lifted up and slammed by Smith.
That was a great double leg. In the wrestling room, you call that a freight train double.
He ran right through him, and now Hannam from underneath is going to have to try to do something, get creative here. And with the side control is Ian Smith, winner of this round, likely winning the fight.
Yeah, right now Smith's going to look to pass that guard, and
he's just trying to squeeze up high for an arm triangle.
He just went into full guard, though. That was a great job by Hannam of not letting him get a full mount on him. But I tell you what, Smith comes up, and he's going to look to deliver some damage here from the top position.
Hannam just trying to grab whatever he can. These elite edge guys, they are all very sound in technique.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get caught in a triangle or what we've seen a couple times tonight with an arm bar.
Still plenty of time left in this third round. Who's it going to be? Hannam on the bottom, just trying to give some little potato head punches. Little soft punches, just trying to get himself some space as he is down on the bottom. Smith coming with the big, heavy punches from the top.
Yeah, Hannam's kind of in trouble here if he can't get anything going from the bottom, because I pretty well think if Smith just lays on him this round, he's going to get the points for the takedown and win the fight, but
you don't know.
I don't know.
And there it comes through a big right. And there's a left. Smith, Ian Smith just looking to try to free his hands as Hannam trying to lock him up.
Tell you what, this is one of the last things I wanted to see for the final round is both of these guys on the mat not being able to deliver much damage, because both of them we've seen have great hands and can really inflict some punishment, and that's what I like to see. The referee steps in, says, get on your feet. We're not going to end this way. You guys throw bombs like you have been.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bruce Allen does, and we're back at it on our feet to decide this fight between two fantastic amateur welterweights, Hannam in the black trunks and Smith in the blue trunks. And there's a kick, another good kick to the midsection. You saw the sweat just flying off of the midsection there of Ian Smith. Hannam needs to get those strikes going. You would think he's behind. There's a good punch. Looking for that left jab. Bobbing and weaving. There's a left jab. There's another good kick with the right. Another good kick from the right from Smith. Oh, a big punch there from Ian Smith.
Big right hand by Ian Smith.
Hannam just lunges in, and now he goes after him. Oh, he got him.
He caught him with a left. What a fight.
And that's it.
Wow, I don't know who you're going to give that to.
No chance of me even making a guess. The fight of the night so far, Jesse Hannam and Ian Smith putting on a show.
Wow, that's a heck of a fight, boys.
That is what you came to see for Tru Rev 33.
I don't even know how you're going to judge that one.
That's a shame somebody's going to have to lose that one.
I'm definitely giving round one Hannam, round two Smith, and that last round, I don't know.
Could be anybody's guess. The decision is going to be delivered to Mike Savage here momentarily. But an absolute gem of a fight here. The final non-title fight in amateur style that we're going to see tonight here in Tru Rev 33 at the Bridgeview Center in OTTUMWA. Holy cow, Brett. Try to catch your breath a little bit.
Wow, that was a heck of a... I honestly think we could go another 2 rounds on that one. I got no problem with that.
Unbelievable stuff between two guys trying to make a name for themselves here in Southeast Iowa. Of the 4 fights Ian Smith's fought, 3 of them have been at Tru Rev. And Hannam's both of his fights, Tru Rev 32 and Tru Rev 33.
The other decisions tonight have came in rather quickly, and this one's still no sign of the ring announcer on who he's going to call as the winner of this fight. I think even the judges are a little back and forth on this one.
Well, I mean, early in that third round, it seemed like it was Smith.
If it was me, I think in OTTUMWA, Iowa, the hometown boy is going to get the call and Hannam. But I'd be surprised if they flip. Honestly, it could go either way. Most of the time, it goes to the hometown boy.
Well, here comes Mike Savage into the cage. And as he enters the cage,
put it to you like this. Either way, one of them's going to be pissed.
Let's see it. Here we go. Mike Savage with the decision.
Bridge Bridgeview Center one more time for these two warriors, going the full 9 minutes, putting on one hell of a show. We go to the judges' scorecard. We do have a split decision. Judge number 1 sees the bout 29-28 for the fighter out of the blue corner. Judge number 2 scores the bout 29-28 for the fighter out of the red corner. Judge number 3 scores the bout 29-27 for your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Ian Smith.
Wow.
How about that?
29-27 for the deciding. The deciding right there is 29-27. I don't see that at all.
Here's a good show of respect for both these guys. Let's hear what Ian Smith has to say.
Congratulations, man. Big rig, much less town. You're able to come in and see it your way. Congratulations, one hell of a fight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me out here at OTTUMWA. You're a great crowd.
So fast and furious, went all in from the very get-go. Did you think this thing would go the distance?
I didn't. I thought one of us was going down. And we brought this guy first, I went down, and then the second contestant went down.
Well, one hell of a fight. Again, glad to see it your way. I know you've got a lot of folks in your corner, and I know a lot of folks that you want to thank.
I'm going to thank APN. I'm going to thank my brother Jeremy. Just everybody who came out here to support me. Thank you guys. It means the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by split decision,
Ian Smith picking up the win in split decision fashion, and that is the final amateur fight for non-title. Back to Mike Savage.